It's fascinating how many myths about type 2 diabetes can influence our perceptions and decisions. The idea that it's incurable or that age limits our capacity for improvement are misconceptions that only generate confusion. Today, we are going to talk about the 5 most common myths about type 2 diabetes that many people believe but which are not true. These myths can generate fear, confusion, and treatment errors, leading many people to think there's nothing they can do to improve their health. But the reality is different. If you've ever heard phrases like, type 2 diabetes is an incurable disease, or if you start on insulin, you can never stop it, this video is for you. We are going to analyze these myths with information based on science and the experience of many people who have managed to control or even reverse their type 2 diabetes. My goal with this video is to bring clarity about type 2 diabetes, so you can make informed decisions and improve your quality of life. So stay until the end because what you are about to learn can completely change your perspective on diabetes. Let's go with the first myth. Myth number 1, type 2 diabetes is incurable. False. Many people have managed to fully reverse it with changes in their diet and lifestyle. If it were a progressive and irreversible disease, this wouldn't be possible. It's not just about stopping medications, but about reversing insulin resistance and restoring metabolic balance. Cases of diabetes reversal have been documented in scientific studies and in medical practice. People who made adjustments to their diet have achieved normal sugar levels without the need for medications. However, what usually happens is that most traditional treatments do not seek to attack the root cause of the problem, but only to control blood sugar with medications, neglecting lifestyle changes. Therefore, type 2 diabetes can indeed be reversed in many cases, especially when detected early and the right measures are taken. It doesn't mean it's easy or that it happens overnight, but it is possible. So if someone tells you that type 2 diabetes is a lifelong sentence, don't believe it. With the right approach, you can take control of your health and improve your quality of life. Myth number 2. If you use insulin, you can never stop it. This is also false. If your pancreas is still functioning well, it is possible to reduce or eliminate insulin with good nutritional management and strategies like intermittent fasting, reducing carbohydrate intake, or losing weight. The important thing is to do it in a guided and controlled manner. It's important to understand that insulin is only a tool that can help control blood sugar levels when they are very high. However, in people with type 2 diabetes, the use of insulin is not always permanent. If that resistance can be improved, the body can start responding well to its own insulin again, and the need for external insulin decreases or disappears. So if you are ever told that using insulin is a point of no return, remember this. If your pancreas is still working well and you make the right changes, it is possible to stop it. It's not just about abruptly stopping the insulin, but about improving your health so you no longer need it. Myth number 3. Diabetes is only diagnosed by fasting glucose. That's not entirely true. Fasting glucose can be affected by poor sleep or lack of rest, high stress, which increases cortisol levels, and other factors. Many people believe that if you get a blood test and your sugar is elevated in the morning, you automatically have diabetes. In fact, relying solely on this value can lead to incorrect diagnoses. A complete diagnosis should include the analysis of the person's general context, their lifestyle, and other tests such as glycated hemoglobin, HbA1c, C-peptide, and measuring glucose after eating to avoid errors. Therefore, if you are ever told you have diabetes based on a single high fasting value, don't stop there. It is important to analyze more factors and perform complementary tests before reaching a definitive diagnosis. Myth number 4. If you are older, you can no longer reverse diabetes. False. Age is not the problem, but how well your pancreas is working. If you produce enough insulin and are willing to make changes, you can see improvements at any age. The important thing is the commitment to your health. The first thing to evaluate is whether the pancreas is still producing insulin. If a person of 70, 80, or even 90 years old has a good C-peptide level, they still have the possibility of reversing diabetes. The second is the context and quality of life. If the person is independent, mobile, and willing to make changes in their diet, they can see significant improvements in their health. Of course, there are cases where focusing on reversal may not be worthwhile. For example, in people with terminal illnesses or conditions that limit their mobility. In these cases, the most important thing is to ensure the person is as comfortable and stable as possible. But if an older person is active and motivated, there is no reason to think they no longer can improve. In fact, many older adults who have made changes to their diet have managed to reduce or even eliminate their need for medications. So, age alone is not a barrier. What really matters is how well the pancreas works and how committed the person is to their health. Myth number 5. I got diabetes from a shock or scare. Not exactly. Many people believe they developed type 2 diabetes overnight after a strong experience such as a shock, a loss, an accident, or an intense stress situation. What really happens in most cases is that the person already had previous metabolic problems, like insulin resistance, fatty liver, or high sugar levels without having been diagnosed. The scare or intense stress was simply the straw that broke the camel's back and revealed a problem that was already developing. The best thing to do is to evaluate how healthy they were before that event and not focus on the scare, but on making suggested changes in diet and lifestyle to improve metabolic health and reduce insulin resistance. And speaking of solutions, if you want to learn how to control your type 2 diabetes naturally and effectively, I invite you to check out Clave Diabetes, a program designed to help you improve your health and reduce your dependence on medications. You'll find the link with all the information in the video description. Don't miss out. I would also love to know what you think about these myths. Leave your comment below and tell me which one you had heard before. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more information on health and wellness. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.